It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program.
Welcome to Down on the Corner. It's Friday, the 25th day of March.
Yay, Bob.
Why are you so excited?
I'm always excited. It's Friday.
What's that mean?
That means I get to go, and we got to go to a wrestling tournament. That's why I'm excited.
I'm Bob Recktenwald, sitting in for Dale Hoffman. He is not here this morning.
He is not.
He is not.
He'll be back Monday.
He'll be back Monday. The Down on the Corner show is brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, 3 locations to serve you. One out by Walmart, 62 East. Then there's the one at Bomber Boulevard, and then there's one at the hospital, inside the hospital lobby.
Yep.
Been to that one?
I have. They've remodeled the whole inside.
It's different.
It is.
It's different. You this first thing you walk through the doors and you smell the coffee.
It's nice in there, though. They really made it look nice.
Yeah, it's not bad. If you're a coffee drinker, swing by and visit one of those locations. And if you're not a coffee drinker, swing by anyway and get you a cinnamon roll, an apple turnover, cherry turnover, scones, blueberry, pumpkin.
Let me tell you, the cinnamon rolls are awesome. They're huge.
Banana nut muffins.
I haven't had the banana nut.
I bet they have those.
I bet they do. I had the blueberry. Those are pretty good.
You know, Dale's slacking today. He should bring us some of those Monday.
Yeah, I'll mention it to him.
If he hasn't already heard. So anyway, Brewed Awakening Coffee, 3 locations serve you. Bomber Boulevard in the kiosk there at the turn off of 62. That one may be a little bit busy in the morning due to the school traffic. Go out to the hospital and walk through. All you got to do is go into the lobby, and it's right there on your left. Or go out 62 East out by Walmart and visit them there, and they'll help you. Went by there one Saturday not too long ago, and the car line was backed up. They had 2 lines turning in, and I thought, that must be some good coffee.
But don't panic. They get them through quick, though. They do.
Yeah.
They get that line keeps moving.
They see you coming, they'll get you fixed if you're a regular, so it's no problem. Right?
You got it. All right, we got...
the morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Home. Roller Funeral Home has been around Mountain Home, Baxter County in Arkansas for a long, long time. Renata Jenkins Byler is in charge of Roller Funeral Home now, and they don't only do a great job with what the funeral home is designed to do, but they are great community support. They do. They sponsor a lot of different things, a lot of different programs, and everybody's going to have a funeral home. If you don't have one picked by now, go talk to the folks at Roller Funeral Home. Now the morning prayer. Scooter?
Go ahead.
No.
Bob?
Lord, we just thank you for this day, and we thank you for everything that you do for us and give to us and how you protect us. Lord, we just pray that you'll be with the people of Ukraine and put a stop to that nonsense that's going over there in your timing. And we all know that there's a reason behind what you're allowing to go on. And whatever that reason is, we just stand by you and support what you're doing. Lord, on the home front, we just pray that you'll be with the school children as they are finishing up their spring break here in our area. They'll be preparing themselves to go back to school on Monday, which means the traffic will be getting a little bit crazier. And we just pray that you'll give everybody safe travels for that. And those folks that are traveling back home from spring break, there seems to be a lot of people out of town, give them safe travel as they come back to be with the rest of their families and friends. Lord, we just pray that you'll be with Scooter and his contingency that he's taking to the Mac Gear Nationals in Branson this weekend. We just pray that they will have a successful trip and most of all be safe. And it's in Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
And now your favorite part.
I'm in the driver's seat. We could skip this part.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, man.
See, I changed it up just for you.
You changed it up.
Just for you.
It's the weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zdora, 870-405-0793. Bob and Linda Zdora are award-winning Century 21 agents here in Mountain Home. And let's take a look at the White River.
Not too bad. A little darker this morning.
Yeah, the sun's not quite peaked over yet, but it looks nice and calm. Not much wind out there this morning, so It's not too.
I'm going to go to the second cam that we got over there. It's got a kind of a close-up of the hillside there. That's kind of pretty.
I can't remember the name of that little hill, but if you ever get a chance to go up top of that, you can see a long way both in all directions. When we had the wireless internet service provider here, we had some access point up on top of that thing, believe it or not, and it just gives you access to everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah. But look at that shot. That's the city of Cotter, the baseball field, Railroad Museum, and what is it, the Rainbow Bridge off to the left. And it's just a beautiful shot.
And this camera here will keep rotating about every 15 seconds. It'll switch to different angles, different parts of the river, different things at Cotter. It's pretty cool. If
you want to check that out, go to retiredarkansas.net, and there's a little camera icon down in the lower right-hand corner. You can click on that, and I believe that takes you to the live cam, and you can watch folks fish. I can't believe there's not more fishermen out this morning.
I know. It's so beautiful out.
It's that's just a good shot. It gives you an idea of what's happening there. I really like I thought it was the next one, but apparently it's not.
You can go to wide angle though.
Yeah.
Both cameras are available at any time, and you can click the little thing on your the little icon and take a picture of it. It's pretty cool.
It's Bob and Linda Zdora from the Z Team at Century 21 LeMac Realty here in Mountain Home, 870-405-0793. Give Miss Linda a call. She runs the Z Team show, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Don't let the rest of them fool you. Linda runs the show.
Linda runs the show. Give them a call if you're looking to buy or sell, or just want to just get an idea of what's available in our area and how our prices are going, which changes daily. Give them a call. Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team. Let's take a look at the weather. Area temperatures: Mountain Home 41, Harrison 37, Batesville 40, Yellville 42, Marshall 39, Salem 40, Mountain View 39, West Plains, Missouri 40, Springfield, Missouri 36, Poplar Bluff, Missouri 38, St. Louis 41, and Watford City, North Dakota 28 degrees. A little chilly up there.
A little chilly, but they've had a mild winter though overall. They didn't have a lot of negatives. Nope, got a refresh.
Yeah, I got her. We'll take a look at it here just a second. And we'll zoom ourselves out a little bit. As you can see, the Arkansas weather. Well, I thought I hit that. Sorry. I thought I hit that too. In Arkansas, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of anything going on. It's going to be a pretty nice weekend, I believe. The temperatures aren't going to be as high as what we'd hoped for, but I believe it's still going to be pretty nice. There's a little bit of rain over around Nashville, between Nashville and Chattanooga. Some up in Kansas. Let's put this in motion. Where's our motion button at, Scooter?
It's probably on that screen down here where you had that details. Oh, show menu, play. Play right there. We're getting there.
As you can see, there's not a whole lot of anything going on with that.
No, it doesn't even seem to, nothing really seems to be moving.
No, so we'll hide this back down. In fact, what was in Kansas is not in Kansas anymore.
What did you do? All right, moving on.
National weather. There's no warnings in the area around Arkansas. Nothing in Missouri, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Alabama, Louisiana. A little bit something down in Texas, but we're not going to worry a whole lot about that. The 7-day forecast looks like this. Today, increasing clouds. High today 63. Tonight, mostly clear. Low tonight 37. Saturday, increasing clouds. High 58. We were hoping that would be closer to 70. I've got some stuff in the ground for my garden, and I was really hoping it'd be a little bit warmer. Saturday night, mostly clear. It's going to be 35 degrees. Sunday, mostly sunny, 59. Sunday night, clear and low 39. Monday, we'll start the warming trend. It's going to be sunny and 72. You can hear those grass blades growing. Monday night, mostly clear, low of 54. And then on Tuesday, partly sunny, and it's going to be high of 77. So it's going to be a little bit warmer this next coming week. We look forward to that. We'll take a quick look at iDrive Arkansas. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of anything. Something down around DeWitt. Looks like a road closure due to high water, which is a long way from here. So unless you're going to DeWitt, you're probably not going to be bothered by that. And over in Newport, we've got high water closure on Highway 37. So that takes care of that. We'll take a look at MoDOT. What's we got here popped up, this red one?
That is a bridge issue, I think.
That is a bridge issue. And it hasn't been updated since February 25th, so I bet the bridge issue is done. MoDOT, and the reason they call it MoDOT is they got MoDOTs in Arkansas, and I'm not going to go over a bunch of them.
There's really not much to worry about right now.
Jan Howard Expressway up in West Plains. They're going to be doing some construction there to the 23rd of June. So just be careful if you're up traveling. They're doing it from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. So I'm not sure about that time schedule, but that's what they've got there. Lake Norfolk water level, 553.44. Bull Shoals, 659.09. Fishing has been a little bit different on Bull Shoals and Norfolk here lately because of all the rain and winds that we've had. The cold weather's kind of messing things up. I've got an avid fisherman that works with me every day, and so he gives me the fishing report. He looks that it's going to pick up, especially next week when the weather starts to turn.
Awesome.
Crude oil prices, 110.5. They're down $1.82.
They're not at the pump.
No, it's still 379 generally around here. Dow Jones Industrial 34,707.94. It's up 349.44. And that's
pretty much it.
That's a pretty quick wrap there.
Weather brought to you by the
Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zdora, 870-405-0793. Give them a call. Bob and Linda Zdora, award-winning realtors for Century 21 LeMac Realty here in Mountain Home, Arkansas, located across the street from McDonald's here on Highway 62 East.
Yep.
But if you want to go there, if you walk in, they don't own Century 21 LeMac. You're going to have to go in and say, hey, I need to see somebody from the Z-Team, or I need to speak to Bob or Linda Zdora. They'll hook you up. Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. And now,
got any community calendar
we're going
stuff?
to take a look at some community calendar events. Compassionate Friends of the Twin Lakes area, they're having a meeting on April 7th from 6 to 8. It's going to be at Hospice of the Ozark Administration Building. Winona Judd and the Big Noise concert is April 7th at 7 to 10 at the Shed. And then the Farmers Market will start on April the 8th from 7 a.m. or at 7 a.m. and run into December 2nd. And what do we got here on this one? Eating Well in 2022, Healthy Cooking Workshops with Jan Halligan. Looks like the event for April 20th is low cholesterol. And that's from noon to 1. And that is being held at the call the Rappel Diabetes Learning Center at 870-508-1765 to get registered to go sit in on some of those seminars. And that, let's talk about your little contingency going to Matt here real quick.
Yeah, you mentioned it in the prayer. I appreciate that. But yeah, we've got 6 high school wrestlers. And there's actually 12 youth wrestlers going down for Saturday's event as well. But headed down to Branson to the Matt Gear Nationals. And
that's being held at where in Branson?
It's the Reckplex, Branson Reckplex or something like that, I think they call it. Okay. It's just north of Branson.
Second exit off, I believe, the Target exit.
Yep.
You go up past Target, road over here to the left, and I think it'll be on the left. If you get an opportunity, if you happen to be in Branson, go check that out. These kids could use your support. They get to choose if they go to that, correct? They don't have to earn the way to go there?
Yes, it is. You choose to go to that. It's kind of the next level as far as the Nationals. And then, of course, we'll have Adidas and other stuff going on later down the road. But it kind of gives them the next step to wrestle some people from other states and stuff like that and kind of see how they compare.
A new experience.
Yeah.
This has been Down in the Corner. This is Bob Recktenwald. Thank you to Brewed Awakening Coffee, Roller Funeral Home, and Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team. And we'll be back with This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora in just a moment.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Hi, it's Bob Zdora, the Z-Team at Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm, be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call, 870-405-0793, and check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home. And it's my favorite time of the week, This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. Of course, the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zdora, are your full-time professional award-winning real estate team.
Yes, sir.
Tell you what, busy, but you're never too busy.
No, we're never too busy. It's,
to talk to somebody else.
We're busy trying to find things for people. That's really the biggest part of this right now. And trying to keep on top of the interest rates, trying to keep on top of where this is going. I mean, when you look at how rapidly these rates are going up, it's kind of scary in some respect. I'm not trying to be a fearmonger. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But you need to be prepared for this. You need to know that this is going to be an issue going forward for buyers, and which is going to be for sellers. I mean, currently, for the past couple of years, we've really been in kind of a seller's market, and you've seen it with the appreciation in prices, and people were able to look at offers and turn them down, and multiple offers on properties. And we're still seeing that because people are trying to get ahead of what could be ahead with inflation and the interest rates. I mean, it was just, the economy is going to change. And we've had this for a long time. We've been blessed in a lot of ways in this country. Inflation hasn't been an issue. Interest rates really haven't been an issue for mortgages or for credit cards or automobile loans, anything like that. And with the rates going up the way they are and the speed that they're going up, that's probably the other thing. I mean, they went up a quarter point, but the Fed raised them a quarter, but in reality, they've jumped like about a point and a half within a couple months.
That's counting the inflation rate in there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get ahead of that. So it's based on a bond system, long-term bond, 10-year bonds, and 10-year treasuries, and they kind of base it on that, but the banks have just been kind of just more expensive to loan things. It's just more expensive to get the product out there. So I think that we'll see, I think that we're about as high as we're going to get. I think that price-wise, I think that people talk about the top of the market, and I think that we're about there now as far as the real estate market. I think that people will.
Has it climaxed?
You can't call it a day, but as the rates keep going up, I mean, it was 4.1 the other day, and it was 4.7, within like a couple of days. Well, that's a big jump for people. And when you consider what it costs to buy the home, and then you add the cost of that mortgage on there, that makes a big difference in how much you can afford.
How much more can this economy hold? I mean, we're accelerated gas prices, food prices, wages,
Not keeping up.
It's just, I mean, how much more can the American people afford? I mean, we went from $8 an hour to $11 an hour, $15 an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we talk about inflation. Well, that adds to that inflation.
Oh, it does. Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Sure. And the government's spending money instead of saying we're not going to spend as much money. They just keep spending the money, and then they try to make it back and try to stop the problems that they've caused by spending so much money that they don't really
Would you
have.
hear the last proposal? They want to give everybody $400 for a gas credit?
Which just inflames the inflation. There's just too much money chasing too little products.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's the
Because if we
basic
go back
economics.
4 or 5 years and we look at the price of the houses,
Yeah.
they were more realistically appraised
Exactly.
in those days.
Well, they were. I don't know if they were more realistically appraised, but I think that the cost of the homes wasn't the same. The amount of money you were spending wasn't the same then as it is now.
That's true. Yeah.
When Carter with the 18%, I'm not an economist, I don't know, but I don't think we're going to see things like that. But those homes sold at a price point of, you could pick our first home was like $36,000. I'm old, I know, but that was in the mid 70s.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's like that now.
Yeah.
And while the wages have gone up, yeah, right. I mean, the wages have gone up some, but they haven't gone up that much.
No.
And so buying a home becomes more and more expensive anyway. And now with the inflation, it's in supply and demand. I mean, people still want to get out of where they are.
And the same thing
There's
is
a
with
tremendous
used cars.
demand.
Look at used cars.
Yeah, because you can't get them, because you can't get new ones. So
Yeah.
the used cars have gone up. We're getting Jason a car, and we went to a dealer, and the guy said, if you're going to buy more than a 3-year-old used car, he said, well, then that may be okay. But if you're going to buy a newer used car, buy a new one. Got to order it, and get a new one with all the, where it's been, all the warranties and everything else. Because that's just the way the used car market is right now. And you get the used house market is in a very similar situation.
Wow.
So it's we're going to see some changes. Linda has contacted some sellers. We had some sellers that had come on and they wanted the price to be at a certain point, and we told them even in this market that's kind of high. So when you get 8-10 showings and no offers, that's kind of high. They're just not. Nobody's willing to pay that much money for that house. So we've put some price reductions in, and I think that we want to try to help our people stay ahead of the market.
Right.
You don't want to be the leading. You want to be the leading
Sure.
indicator, not the trailing one. And we'll continue to do that. We can recommend. You want to sell. This is what you're going to have to do to sell, and maybe not take. Talk to people. We talk to people. And sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't, and they want what they want. But to tell them, look, the way the market is right now, I can't tell you that we're even going to be close to the number that you want to be, because fewer people will be able to afford these higher end houses, taking their mortgage out 4 or 5%, and they're only the banks. And I was with Chris Nassari yesterday, and they're only guaranteeing them for 60 days on a lock. And if something changes, changes in your situation, that could blow all that up anyway. And which doesn't mean you should go running away to these internet banks. Do not go running away to these internet banks.
Yes, listen to what
I
he
say
says.
this all the time. That's like my main mantra. Local banks, local finance company. Chris does a great job. All the banks here do a great job. But they're here. You can sit across the table from them. You can talk to them. You're not going to be on a phone tree someplace waiting for somebody to answer the phone from Puerto Rico today and the Philippines tomorrow. And they don't care. And we've had them get right up to the altar 2 weeks from closing and say, oh, no, we can't do this one. What? No, we can't do this one. And they're done. Thanks for calling. And they hang up on them. Please, local banks, because, you think, oh, they give me a better rate. But by the time you get done with the fees and everything else, you're not getting a better rate. And you got nothing to fall back on. So just my little word of advice there for money. Because people are going to try to find ways to try to save I'll save a 10th of a point or a 20th of a point. In reality, you're not. You can't. That big basketball stadium that's built in Detroit, that one's Quicken, I think, and all these other loan companies that have got these huge sports facilities, or billion-dollar sports facilities. Now, granted, it's not all their money, but still, just the naming rights are very expensive. And that's how they make their money, is folks thinking that they're going to be okay. And you're giving your information to somebody, you don't know who's gotten it. How secure they are and stuff. And that's all your information. I mean, that's your birthday, your social, your mother's maiden name, all the stuff that people want, you're giving all that up. So just think about that a little bit before you go forward.
Yeah, never thought of that. Wow.
You talk about the market, and you talk about taking advantage of the market if you're selling right now. And it is time to still take advantage of that market. Get your house out there, get it sold.
Yes, indeed.
But when we talk about taking advantage of, there's still a line that people will only pay. I mean, you may have this dream that your house is going to be 3 times what it's worth, but that's not what we mean by taking advantage of the market. If you're wanting to sell your house and you're truly wanting to sell your house, you need to get it listed now.
Yes,
I mean, there's buyers out there. You guys can get them covered. You can get it taken care of, but you got to also be realistic. Even though their numbers have went up on homes, it's went up to a point.
Right.
And that's kind of my thing. It is still time to take advantage of selling your home.
Oh, there's never going to be a better time to sell. For the foreseeable future, now is the time. If you're looking to sell something, now's the time to sell it. Because there are people, you're right, and they're coming in, they've sold their home, they've got cash or a lot of cash that they can put down on a down payment, which will help bring the payment down, even though their interest rate may have gone up, it'll bring their payment down. Or there's people that can flat out buy with cash. So one of the homes that we did a price reduction on, and we took 2 offers on it the next day. So, and they knew this. So you tell them, look, there's multiple offers. Okay, so the next one comes a little higher, and we could possibly end up where we started, but it'll be because the market pushed it up, not because nobody was looking at that price. Nobody's willing to pay that price. Well, then more people come in with the price being a little lower, and then that's how you get the multiple offers.
Of a bidding war.
Yeah.
So look at the numbers.
This week in real estate, there were 38 new listings came on the market, 3 commercial properties, 12 parcels of land, 23 homes came on the market, ranging in price from $35,000 to $775,000, and 3 of those 23 are taking backups already, but not 9 like last week. So there's just a little, things are shifting a little bit. Average price coming out of the market this week was $189,000. There were 44 sales, 2 commercial properties, 10 parcels of land, 32 homes sold. They ranged in price from $50,000 to $500,000. Average sale price this week was $187,000 with 78 days on market. So that shows that there's supply and demand. A total of $5.9 million in residential real estate closed this past week. 7 properties expired, 11 had price changes, We're up to 122 pendings. That's up like 7 or 8 from last week. Every week, I mean, it just keeps growing. So people are here looking. They want to buy here. They want to live here because it's mountain home, because it's the Ozarks. You can't get this in other places. Currently, we're at 144 homes, so we picked up 3 from last week. Year-to-date sales comparisons, this year there's been 232 homes have sold for $51.6 million. Average sale price is $222,000 with 95 days on market. Last year there had been 221 homes that sold for $40.1 million. Average sale price was $181,000 with 97 days on market. So you could see how we were moving last year. And
Wow.
you can see how we're getting closer to this year. And this year we would have more sales if we had more to sell. You know, when you look at what was available last year and what's available this year, and that's not, 142 is like nothing, because you got a couple of those are in the millions, multiple hundreds of thousands. You know, wow. There's nothing. The one that's cheap is just like a little trailer. You know, that's probably going to end up getting knocked down, and you know, somebody will buy it just for the lot at that money.
Just for the lot, yeah. What was the days on market average?
Days on market was for this week or for the
for this week?
For this week, we're at, what I say, 78 days on market.
Wow.
I mean, that's moving right along.
Moving right along. Wow.
And that'll continue for a while. I mean, and you're right, Scooter. Now's the time to get into this. Yep. If you're looking to go someplace else, now's the time to go, because those other markets are going to fall a lot faster than we do. We're always a trailing indicator on houses, and we don't take the big mountain peaks and the deep valleys. You know, it's more of a rolling. It's kind of like our topography here. It's kind of more of a rolling hillside effect, and it's been the case since we've been doing this. I mean, we went through it 08. When we went through the big wave before 08, before the market fell out there, it was the same thing. People would come from other markets with just literally buckets, bags full of money that they had sold their houses for, and now,
wow.
So they're still coming.
It's still interesting times here. It's still interesting. What's
we
going
live
on.
in interesting times. Yes, yes, we do.
Wow. I mean,
give my honey a call. She's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. We've got all the listings on the MLS are on there. We've got Linda's license and Darlene are both licensed in Missouri. Reese Tubbs takes care of that Calico and that southern area down there, does a great job down there. Darlene's born and raised here and so familiar with Marion County, lives in Marion County. Has done a great job with first-time home buyers. And we still had a number of first-time home buyers that we've been able to serve, even with the market being the way it is. So there's opportunities out there. Don't say, I can't buy nothing. Give us a shot, and let's see what we can find for you. And Sam's done a great job being a military relocation professional, and myself as well. He's an Army veteran. So we're here to serve you, and it's always been the mission, and that's what we try to do every day, because this is all we do every day. But give her a call, 870-405-0793.
Coming up, Bob Recktenwald Sports. Be right back.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done, so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home.
We're back with Friday morning sports, and today I've got the baseball coaches from Flippin, Arkansas. Coach Kyle
Getting. Yeah, just tell people take the O out of it. Yeah.
Beat the O right out of it. Kyle Goetting and Clayton Gardner, they're the Flippin Bobcat baseball coaches, and welcome, gentlemen. Appreciate you taking time on spring break to join us this morning. Let's talk some Flippin baseball. How's it going over there? Both of you guys, is this your first year at Flippin, both of you?
Yeah, it's my first year. I spent the last 2 years doing some athletic training and football coaching at Mountain Home, and had been a head baseball coach before, and got the opportunity. Had originally talked with Coach Ronnie Blevins some about maybe being an assistant for him, and it worked out that he decided to retire, and I ended up putting in for the job and getting the head job.
I'll be darned. And Coach Gardner, you were over at Viola, correct?
Yes, sir. Spent my whole career there, and I've known Coach Goetting. We played baseball in college together and have been good friends a long time. So when the opportunity came up for him to get the head job, there's very few people that I would work for, and this guy's one of them. So I wanted to go to Flippin and be able to work with him every day and see what we could do over there. So
make a little bit of change. But you finished out your Viola time pretty well, didn't you?
Yes, sir. We had pretty good years, and then the last 2 years we won it, so that was good. But really trying to continue to do what Coach Blevins and my brother did, who was at Flippin, and just try to change the culture a little bit, and kind of wanted something a little bit different. It was just time to move on and see what we could do somewhere else. So I'm really excited about being here.
You've got a pretty good athletic director to work with and work for over there at Flippin, Coach Greenhall. Pretty good fella. A little hard on them basketball girls, but he's a pretty good fella. How's the transition been for both of you to go? Well, you're going from a bigger school to a smaller school, but you're going, Coach Gardner, you're going basically the same size school, aren't you?
Flippin's a little bigger. Viola's 1A, Flippin's 2A now, and then we're going 3A next year. So it's a little bit bigger. The campus is definitely bigger, but wasn't that big of an adjustment for me, really.
How about for you, Coach?
For me, it's different when you come from Mountain Home, 1,000+ kids. working at both campuses, which thankfully the junior high and the high school's there together, so it wasn't a huge issue, but it's definitely an adjustment there. The classes that I teach are some new classes that have never been offered at Flippin, so we're trying to get some new programs off the ground for them, and that was one of the good things that made me, I guess you'd say, a little more appealing as a coach, is my athletic training background allows me to teach some career and technical classes, and I think that's where we're going in education more and more. And so for a smaller school like Flippin to be able to have that, I think it really helps. So not too much of an adjustment.
One of the things I like to do on this show is when you're introducing the coaches around, a lot of these parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles that watch these shows, they don't know who their kids are spending time with. So let's go over your background a little bit. Where are you from? Where'd you grow up? Where'd you go to school? What sports did you play?
Well, I was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, so I am an LSU fan. So I've got to deal with Coach Gardner, and of course, after the ball game last night, I'm gonna have to hear more of it, I'm sure.
At least till Saturday.
But I was born in Baton Rouge. My mom's family lives right outside Baton Rouge, and my dad's family is originally from Thayer, Missouri, so about an hour away. So I've spent some time in both states coaching. I graduated from Thayer and played football and baseball in high school, and then after went to Crowley's Ridge where Coach and I met and became friends, and played 2 years of baseball, and then finished my education at Southwest Baptist.
Coach Gardner, what's your background story?
It's not near as in depth, and I haven't been through near as much as Coach Goetting has, but born and raised in Vowell, Arkansas, basically. Spent my whole life there from the time I was in elementary school till I graduated. Went to school at Crowley's, met Coach Goetting, played some baseball, finished at UCA, and then I've been back at Vowell for 13 years until this year. Now I'm at Flippin, so that's basically where I've been.
Short trip, but a long time.
Yeah.
Not bad, though. It's good to be home, isn't it? Good to be able to come back to where you're from, and
absolutely,
or at least the general area.
Absolutely. Me being from Viola and having invested so much there, and then getting to coach there, and spend the time with those kids, and had goals we wanted to accomplish, and we were blessed and lucky enough to accomplish those goals there. It's just different when you're from somewhere, like coming back to your area. There's a lot of pressure that goes with that also, because everybody knows you, they know your family, they know everything about you. So you walk into that, and but once you're there for a certain amount of time, as long as I was, you don't really think about it much. But
Coach Goetting, what sports did you play in high school?
Just football and baseball. So obviously I wasn't very tall, so I wasn't a very good basketball player.
You wasn't a baller like me.
But I enjoyed football, but baseball was always my first love, I guess you'd say.
And Coach Gardner, were you multi-sport athlete or
basketball? Well, that's all we had, basketball and baseball. At a small school, so that's what we did, and played basketball my whole growing up, and baseball.
So in Flippin, if it's like the rest of the smaller schools around, your athletes are your athletes. They're going to play every sport that comes up. Flippin doesn't have track, so you don't have to battle that, but you do have to deal with the ones playing basketball and the start of baseball season. You got to wait for them to get finished. How does that affect your planning?
Well, I feel like it starts with having other coaches that support you, and Coach Greenhall, who does the girls basketball, and Coach Robbins, who does the boys basketball. They're very supportive, and it's always finding that happy medium as it gets closer to the season. I think the biggest thing from a baseball standpoint that always concerns me is kids having their arms in relative shape. One thing that I guess I could get on a soapbox on sometimes is, coming from working with Mountain Home and working football, we're always concerned about kids getting acclimated to the heat. But then when we get closer to baseball, we never talk about our kids getting their arms in shape and okay to where they don't have an injury. And I think you have more and more kids, especially in our area, even though we're a smaller school, you have a lot of kids that love to play travel ball. They play a lot. How much time they're taking off is always a worry, because a lot of kids love to play year round. And so I think managing that is probably the biggest concern, I would say, going into the early season, is making sure arms aren't being pushed too much that leads to a significant injury. But I do think it all starts with the coaches working together, and it works well at Flippin, and the kids are able to come down after basketball and get a little work in, and that really helps a lot.
Share and share alike.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's almost 7:45. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the coaches of the Flippin Bobcat baseball team.
Looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
At Serendipity Bliss, we love turning your day into a once-in-a-lifetime memory by offering unique, beautiful, and specialized event and wedding rentals that can transform any atmosphere into something you will never forget. Whether it's your dream wedding, a golden anniversary, sweet 16 party, or a company event, we can make any event blissfully perfect. Serendipity Bliss carries unique specialty gifts and bridal jewelry and helps coordinate decor, table items, theme-related pieces, and more. Make your day blissfully perfect with Serendipity Bliss, located behind Car Care Mountain Home.
Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you
We're back with Kyle Goetting and Clayton Gardner, the Flippin Bobcat baseball coaches, and we were talking off screen that you guys are going to have a busy weekend.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, last year, Coach Blevins, along with the Forrest Wood family, decided to put a tournament in his honor and what he's done for Flippin and just the community around here in general. And so they started a tournament. We wanted to carry it on. It's backed up a weekend, but we're excited to get it going, and it'll be 4 games today, 3 tomorrow. So a pretty busy day over the next couple days for
Strictly
sure.
baseball or softball too?
Softball's also having their Forrest Wood is on all day tomorrow.
Okay.
And so they'll be playing at both fields. We'll just be playing at the new baseball field on campus.
So this will be the second annual
Yes,
Forrest
sir.
Wood
Yes, sir.
Invitational Tournament,
Yeah.
Memorial Invitational or whatever. How's it work out? How many teams you got coming?
Well, we had 6. We had one drop out about 3 weeks ago, and so we treat it a lot like a basketball classic style. It's not a traditional tournament. It's just kind of more of a classic, and everybody's getting 2 to 3 games in, and just inviting some teams from around the area.
Who's playing?
Mammoth's coming, Lead Hill, Green Forest, Norfolk, and then us. Valley Springs was in it, but they had some issues. Of course, you always run into this around spring break. You've got some kids being gone and stuff like that, and they had some issues with that, and so they weren't able to come.
Does Flippin have a JV team?
we only have about 14 kids on our varsity roster, so when we do play a JV game, we're fortunate we only have 3 seniors, and so a lot of those kids, especially our freshmen and sophomores, we do, but a lot of those kids are getting multiple at bats in both games. And then of course last year Coach Blevins and Clayton's brother Austin started a junior high team, and that's something we've tried to continue on this year. And so our 7th and 8th graders this year have about a 12 to 14 game schedule in junior high, which is awesome. Nice. It's the first time they've really had a schedule that big, and when we have 16 of them, so we're pleased about the future. With those numbers. I mean, you would take those numbers every day of the week at a smaller school.
Coach Gardner, is the roles of the coaches in Flippin. Do you guys have a specific role? Are you a batting coach, an outfielder coach, a pitching coach? What's your position over there as an assistant at Flippin?
Well, my position is basically whatever Coach Goetting tells me to do, basically. But I work with the catchers and pitchers a lot. Coach Goetting was a great infielder playing together, and I was a catcher and an outfielder. So our backgrounds and our playing careers actually work pretty well together in our coaching careers, because he's great with the infield and he's good with pitchers, and I like to work with catchers. And so basically I've taken that responsibility, like Coach Goetting talked about, to really get our catchers going and get our outfielders ready. And so I'm glad to do that.
What is the makeup of your varsity team right now? Is it freshman through senior, or is it sophomore through senior?
It's freshman through senior.
So what's it break down? You got any idea what your numbers
We have 3 seniors and 2 juniors. So we're predominantly freshmen and sophomores. So there's been some guys that have got their feet held to the fire a little bit, getting thrown into it, which is good. We got a good group of young kids in our freshmen and sophomores, and so they've grown and gotten better, and our seniors have done a good job, even though they're small in number, of kind of trying to create the culture that we want to create.
The tournament classic that starts today, where will that be played at?
We'll play it on the one of the nice things Coach Gardner and I got to walk into is Flippin with Mr. Hudson and the school board support, got some new baseball and softball complex built. And so this will be the first year the Forest Wood has been held there. It's typically at Hickey Park in Flippin, but all the games for the most part this year are going to be on the new field, which is an awesome experience.
Where exactly is that new field?
It's located trying to think the easiest way to explain it. If you think on our school campus, we have an old, what we call the old gym. It's located right behind the baseball and softball complex is right behind.
So if you're looking for baseball this weekend or today or tomorrow, go 178 up to the gym, hang a right, go past the new gym, and turn into the parking lot of the old gym. And I believe, if I remember right, you'll be looking right at the 2 fields, right?
Yeah.
Baseball's on the right, softball's on the left. And you'll be able to check out some pretty good baseball, I'm sure. What time will that start?
First game will be at noon today.
First game at noon. Concession stands and all that hoopla is going to be going on?
Yeah, that's something we're trying to grow a little bit. We repainted the old concession stand, and Miss Metz, one of our teachers, host the National Honor Society, and they've been helping us out some, getting some volunteer hours. So they've been a big help too. It makes it easier on coaches when you got people to help with that stuff, because you're thinking about the game, and it's nice to have somebody else that'll help coordinate that stuff with you. So Miss Metz has played a big role with the National Honor Society, helping us out, getting the concession stand going.
How many games have y'all played so far this season, Coach?
What is it, Coach Goetting? 5, 6, 7?
We played 7 total. We're 5-2 right now.
5-2.
So,
and
4-0 conference. So we're rolling.
What is your conference?
Our conference is Decatur, Alpena, Lifeway Christian, Yellville, and Cotter, and us.
And that'll change next season, correct?
Yes, sir. Well, as of right now, if it mimics the basketball conferences that just come out, we'll move up to 3A and shift a little more west. we're thinking next year it'll probably be Bergman, Valley Springs, Green Forest, and us, and then probably West Fork, Lincoln, kind of the same conference they have now, except we'll be entering into it.
And it'll probably copy what the basketball guys did generally.
We're thinking, or that's our guess right now. We'll find out, I guess, technically once the season ends. But Mr. Hudson, who's our superintendent and is on the AAA board, seems to think it's going to stay that way.
What do y'all coach when you're in the off season, or do you?
I work for the Corps of Engineers in the off season, so I do that. I coached American Legion baseball for a long time, and this is my 5th or 6th year working for the Corps.
That's summertime, though, right?
Yeah, it's summertime.
What about school season? Do you coach another sport or just teach?
I just do baseball.
Do you teach?
PE.
PE.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's got the easy job. So,
so do you assistant coach or do you coach anything?
I don't. We both have baseball, and we do the things that everybody tries to do, get in the weight room, work on individual development and stuff. We tried to work a lot on our pitching development. Was a big key in the off season, just trying to do some little things, just trying to get better till we could start team practice.
So in this classic, who's your first opponent?
We'll play Mammoth at noon today, and then we have the nightcap at 6 o'clock. We'll play Green Forest.
And when the tournament is over, who do y'all face regular season games next?
Next week we face Cotter in our conference. How our conference schedule works, it's a little bit different from what Coach had at Viola. In the conference we're in now, you play the same team either on a Monday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Friday. So we'll see Cotter on Tuesday at their place, and then Friday they'll come to our place.
That's not bad since it's so close, but when you get to traveling out, that could be a little difficult.
Well, with Decatur, this year was the first year in a while we've traveled to Decatur, and most of the time what we try to do there is start a little earlier and try to play a doubleheader to where you can kind of conserve your travel a little bit. So then
they won't travel here.
Yeah, they won't travel here. And so, unfortunately, our 2 longest trips, which is Decatur and then Lifeway Christian, which is in Centerton, outside of or around Springdale, we had to travel to both of those this year. So we'll have a couple long journeys.
We don't want to hear about long journeys.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's what.
Thanks, Coach Blevins.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I tell them. Clayton and I talk about it all the time. Spending the last 2 years at Mountain Home, nothing really feels that long, because you're used to, in football games when you're used to going 3.5, 4 hours. I was like, this, a couple hours, it's not bad.
Who is your softball coach?
Our softball coach is Ryan Hargrove.
And do the girls have the same schedule as the boys, basically? Will they travel when you travel and be home when you're home?
We try to match it up as best we can, but I don't think, because of the weather being kind of crazy early in the year, it hasn't worked out so far that we haven't had many home games at the same time. But I know with some of our conferences, I do think some of them sync up.
Mm-hmm. Makes it nice when you can do that. So, any other highlights we need to cover while you guys are here?
Well, I think Clayton will agree. We've got a good group of kids. We might be small in number, but they work very, very hard. Our junior high kids have probably not been used to the level of commitment either that they've been asked to do, and they've been doing a great job as well. And we're very fortunate at a smaller school. We have a good superintendent in Kelvin Hudson who supports all sports. And our board with Mr. Ryan Benedict also, they're doing everything they can to help grow every sport.
Mm-hmm.
I know basketball had some upgrades to their locker room, and of course we just got a brand new field, and so there's a lot of things being pushed, and the kids see that, and I think it's always an exciting time for the kids when they see the new facilities and things like that are being pushed, and we're excited about the future.
Having the feeder program of the junior high guys, that's got to help your program too.
It does. Like I said, this is kind of the first full year that last year I think they played maybe 8 games, 7, 8 games. The hardest thing about the junior high is a lot of schools around here don't have it, especially, I think class 1, 2, and 3, there's Viola, Salem, Melbourne, they have it, but Highland, but there's just not a lot. And so having to find those games is always a stretch, but I do think it's going to pay dividends.
We wish you guys best of luck at your classic. We're going to have to let you go. We appreciate you coming in this morning. Thanks for joining us. Scooter, it's up to you.
Hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and we'll see everybody on Monday.